Today in the courtroom, we have a defendant who has been found guilty of murder. He, along with a co-defendant, shot a young man that they got into a fight with and left him for dead in a ditch. His co-defendant said that this defendant actually pulled the trigger and he got off with just 15 years. Let's see what kind of sentence he gets for not snitching. If you like this content, please subscribe and leave a comment in the comment section. Your feedback is greatly appreciated.
I take it from your silence, you don't have any answer to that. Yeah, well, pre-sentence report, are there any objections to the pre-sentence report?
No, I'm not going to object.
Then it's made a part of the record for all purposes. According to the authorities that investigated this case, they disagree with you.
Yes, sir.
It is determined that Jacobe decided to fire shots at Thomas, striking him multiple times. After he shot Thomas, they left the scene. And then the next morning is when the deceased's body was found in the canal, left to die.
Yes, sir.
And really, both folks who did the shooting here, the defendant and the other co-defendant, have much culpability since they acted together. The just heinous nature of just leaving this person just to die, walking off as though they human being like that is disturbing, and to change stories through this pre-sentence report, you are not guilty, and then but you are guilty, trying to figure a way to manipulate through this without being held responsible. But the investigators who were close to this case and investigated it believed otherwise. Both of you have pleaded guilty. Both of you are responsible for the death of this human being. And the family members are upset that even this limit of 30 years imprisonment just does not seem fair to them. The mother states he should get at least 40 to 50 years in prison. None of them called 911. None of them rendered aid to my son. And he was left there to die, and then to be found later the next day. The father of the deceased, he shot my son, made a choice to do that. He should get more than 30 years. But that is not the maximum. And he is disappointed that, as both of them, that you're not being held for more responsibility to taking their son's life, which was a tragic thing here. Anything else to add by anything?
No. I was just asking, just since the other guy who was the fighter did a cap deal that was less than the 30 years, and as to my understanding, that cap was around 15. In comparability terms, what I'm saying is that I would ask for my clients to be somewhere around that 15 to 20 years as well.
Through investigation, again, the authorities think otherwise about the responsibility of your client. It was determined that Jacobe decided to fire shots at Thomas, striking him multiple times. That's what they think from their investigation. You weren't there, I wasn't there, but the investigators put this together. He pleaded guilty. The other guy pleaded guilty. There's both responsible. Anything else?
I see what you're deciding.
Mr. Bruce, are anything else you want to add?
I apologize. I'll take full responsibility.
How do you take the life back?
Sir, I wish I can.
Do you think an apology makes a difference to that family?
I sure, and I want to apologize to the family. It happened. It shouldn't
They
happen.
don't, I guess they're going to, there's not much they can do about it, but they want their child back. Can you do that?
Sure.
You shouldn't have taken it away from another human being. It's not, it was our creator who created it, like created you. You have no right to take it away. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You have to pay a price. You pleaded guilty in this case voluntarily. You were mentally competent to do so. You understood and appreciated the consequences of pleading guilty. There was sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted in the plea hearing to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. I now find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt of this first degree felony of murder. I am following this agreement. You are hereby sentenced to confinement in the institutional division of the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to serve a term of 30 years. The judgment shall reflect that a deadly weapon, namely a firearm, was used in the commission of this offense that will be rendered on the judgment. You will be given credit for all time you have served and a direct relationship to this case. This is the sentence. This is what's fair and just. Unfortunately, I just wish there was something in the law we could figure out how to bring life back. But it is forever when it's taken away, and you were responsible. That is all.
Yes.